Okay, so the Royal Rumble this year. This one probably be a pretty short video because we got three matches and then the match itself. And apparently, anybody who's involved in a previous match also gets to be involved in the Royal Rumble itself. So I'm going to play through two different scenarios. Scenario one, I'll have CM Punk lose to Dolph Ziggler, which will therefore have John Laurinaitis be fired the next day on Raw, which they probably wouldn't do. But let's say Punk loses. If Punk were to lose, I would then have him beat up Swagger and then get involved in the Rumble to win the Rumble. If Punk wins, which he might do so with Laurinaitis to keep his job and continue to somewhat torment Punk, then I picture Jericho winning, because I think Jericho versus Punk is a Mania-worthy match. Jericho versus Bryan is a Mania-worthy match. I think either one of those is a solid match. Beyond that, there really isn't a really clear winner for this year's Royal Rumble. There almost always is either that one person who they're like, you'll never get a title shot. So I do picture Jericho probably having a really good run in this, and hopefully he wins the Rumble. Because I look at the two champs you have now. Who would be a good match for Punk at Mania? Well, it can't be Cena because Cena's taking on The Rock. I don't picture them making it Cena, Rock, Punk at WrestleMania for the title. There's no reason to do that. Jericho Punk they've mentioned for WrestleMania, and it's a decent match. So I guess we got two matches down. If Punk gets screwed by Laurinaitis and Laurinaitis gets fired, and then Punk wins the Rumble. If Punk wins, which you could easily do because you know what, puts the Anaconda Vice on Ziggler, and Ziggler taps. Yeah, you can do a slow count. But when the guy is tapping, you get two options. Either you call for the bell, or you let him get injured. So I could really picture, Laurinaitis not losing his job on Monday. And more than likely, Punk winning by submission. Kane versus Cena. This is angry Cena. This is hate-filled Cena. Maybe he'll come down in black jorts. I don't know. Kane has been pretty down up to this point in time, but now Cena's angry. He's Hulk Cena. So he's probably going to win. The triple threat in a steel cage. This was a really, really intriguing match. We've seen Bryan in a steel cage match before against Henry, and he got annihilated. Now you've got Show in there. I could very easily see Show and Henry kind of defeating each other, and then Bryan probably either picking up the scraps, or, let's be really honest, they're in a steel cage. I only picture one person in that match being able to climb over the cage, and that's Bryan. So, I think Daniel Bryan will be the first person to ever win an award from PETA, as well as retain his championship against two of the largest athletes. So I don't picture Bryan losing that title. He's got a great storyline going on right now. And I think having him keep it, and then him having to be in the Elimination Chamber, with probably those two, maybe Barrett, Orton, and Sheamus, it'd be a really exciting match. So ironically, that's all of it. Orton will probably return. But you normally, actually, if Orton returns, he has a pretty good chance of winning it. However, Orton Punk, we saw that last year. Orton Bryan, Orton Henry, Orton Show, they just don't quite feel it. They just don't. Or even Orton Ziggler. I mean, none of those matches really sound anywhere near as good as Jericho Punk, Jericho Bryan. So Orton will probably make his return, And normally when you return during the Rumble, that tends to mean you're going to win. That's happened with Edge, that happened with Cena. I think that Jericho is probably going to win this one. Because he needs to do something. So recap, I picture Jericho for the Rumble, Cena over Kane, Punk over Ziggler, and Bryan retaining somehow.